Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 31st through September 6th. We've got our lovely fall theme going on. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here. And then we're going to pull an oracle message for you all from this lovely deck here. So without further ado, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up for you guys. We do have full moon energy coming up early on in the week. So full moons are typically a time when people can be a little bit more emotional. And it's a really great time for releasing. And so a lot of big energy can move through during a full moon period as well as new moon periods. But we're going to see what energies a Gemini may be experiencing in the week ahead. So first off, we have Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is reaping the rewards of hard work, right? So sometimes, though, this card comes up when we're really working really hard. And this card is just letting you know or giving you confirmation that it's going to be worth it, right? It's going to be worthwhile. Seven of Pentacles also a lot of the times comes up with a reminder to relax a little bit, right? Like you might be really coming into this week with certain things you're very clear about wanting to accomplish, and you might be going full force for it. And it's great, right? It's great to be committed to something. It's great to make up your mind and be putting work into something, but there is such a thing as pushing too hard. And Seven of Pentacles sometimes says, you know, relax a little bit. If you plant seeds and you water those seeds, they're going to grow. But if you water those seeds every 10 minutes, you're going to drown those poor little seeds and they're not going to be able to grow. So there needs to be, you got to let time do its thing. You got to leave space for spirit to come in and do its thing. So it's great that you're very committed, but try to be focused or try to catch yourself if you're pushing too hard or if you're obsessing about something, right? Just have faith and let time and physics do its work. Your next card here, my darlings, is Page of Pentacles. Now, I really like the Page of Pentacles card because it can indicate putting our focus and attention into something new, okay? For me in my readings, regardless of what deck I'm working with, when Page of Pentacles comes up for somebody, there could be a lot going on in terms of healing financial issues or healing your relationship with money, okay? So if you're not sure what I mean by that, it's not going to be enough time in this video to go over all that. Hopefully at some point, maybe I'll be able to make a video about that subject. But you can definitely look up and research the topic of people having a relationship with money, right? It's just basically your beliefs around money and how you tend to work with your money, how you tend to handle your money. So it's a relationship. And so when I see Page of Pentacles, a lot of the times it could indicate that someone is beginning to form a healthier, more balanced, more productive relationship with money and finance, okay? Sometimes it could even indicate that you're finding a way to make the money coming in stretch further, last longer, right? So it might even begin feeling as though you got a raise, but maybe there was no raise, or maybe you've had some setbacks or cutbacks, but you might not be feeling the pinch as much because you've become smarter and more efficient in how you're handling your money so that you don't feel deprived. You don't feel like you're missing out. You don't feel like you're in a really bad place. So sometimes this can just come from catching like expenses you didn't realize were accumulating, or cutting back on certain costs. So there could be a sense of having more or being able to do more with less, okay? I also feel some of you with this Page of Pentacles, you're investing because Spirit is also showing me this little image with you guys, Gemini, of like this little squirrel that's running around and grabbing acorns and running back to its little squirrel tree house and putting the acorns in little tree house. Some of you might even be little by little beginning to try to stock up on some kind of supply. And Spirit is saying if any of you are feeling discouraged about that, like you might be thinking about emergencies in the future. I know here in the United States, depending on what part of the country you're in, a lot of people just experienced a very devastating hurricane. So you might be thinking about natural disasters. You might be thinking about just, anything can happen in the future. And you might be thinking about wanting to have an emergency supply of food and medicine and necessities. And Spirit is telling me that some of you are very discouraged because you're thinking, oh my gosh, like there's no way I'm going to be able to get everything that I need. It's going to take forever. And Spirit is saying, just like that little squirrel, every time he came across an acorn, he went ahead and grabbed it and tucked it away. And before you know it, you're going to have more than you realize. So don't be discouraged and don't feel like you have to, put yourself in a difficult situation financially to like go and get everything all at once. Just get what you can when you can and put it away for that rainy day. Okay, so Spirit is saying at the end of the day, you're going to have much more than you realize. Your next card here, Gemini, is the Seven of Swords. Okay, Seven of Swords indicates a couple of things. It can definitely indicate sometimes that you're dealing with an opportunistic person or people in your life. People who maybe act very nice to your face, but it's because they're trying to get something from you. So if you are doing something like storing or putting things away for a rainy day, Seven of Swords can indicate the need to be a little stealthy about these things. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing or what you're up to, right? Not everybody needs to know you're running out to the store to try to get emergency supplies, or that you're organizing your pantry, or that you're, whatever you might be doing. People don't need to know about that, okay? The Seven of Swords is a two-way street. On one end, it can indicate that you're dealing with opportunistic people who maybe just kind of want to try to take from you. And on the other end, it could indicate that you need to kind of lay low. You need to, not everybody needs to know your business right now. So be cautious and be aware of, you might even have people asking you a lot of questions, and I gave the example of like stocking pantries, but it might not be about supplies. It could be about anything. It could be somebody at work. If you're working, it could be somebody at work that is taking like an excessive interest in you, and all of a sudden they want to be your friend, but really they're just trying to get you to say negative stuff about other people so they can instigate and they can run and be like, oh my God, guess what Gemini said about you? Oh, I can't believe it. Meanwhile, they might have been like, oh, that person's always rude, and you may have been like, oh yeah, you just like, oh, okay, yeah, like all you said was yeah, and they're like, oh my God, Gemini said you're rude, and Gemini said you have an attitude, and they go and they start like saying you said all this stuff. So just be cautious of who is asking you questions or trying to figure out what you're up to. You might just have people around you that are feeling threatened by you in some way. So maybe they kind of want to try to make you look bad so that they can get ahead. Or like I said, they could just be an opportunistic person trying to figure out what you have to offer. So Gemini, lay low, lay low, lay low, right? Stealth mode. Your next card here, my darlings, is, I like this, the Sun, okay? The Sun is a major arcana card, and when the major arcana cards come up, it indicates we're coming into a very significant new chapter in our life. It's an important new time in our life that we're going to be in a situation or position where we're accomplishing something we came here to accomplish. We're mastering something we came here to master. It could even indicate aligning with like a soul mission or a soul purpose. And the Sun card is a very happy card, right? It's very positive. The Sun card is about success, being seen, being celebrated, being appreciated. It's freedom also. It can indicate a sense of travel, a sense of loving and being loved, a sense of playfulness. So a lot of you are working very hard right now, and you might be feeling a little bit discouraged. And what these cards are saying, putting them all together, is Gemini, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Don't push yourself too hard. Keep it up. Don't give up, but don't push yourself too hard. And keep doing what you can as you're able to do it. Don't overwork yourself. Don't overstress yourself. Don't overpush yourself. Keep a low profile. Keep your ideas and your plans and your dreams to yourself. Nobody needs to know about it right now. And it's all going to pay off. It's going to be successful, right? Some of you, I feel Spirit is trying to say you need to be cautious, Gemini, because some of you are really tapping into your intuition, okay? If you have noticed something about my channel, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I don't go into details about a lot of the things on like a world level, okay? And there's reasons for that. I might kind of share certain things that I think are going to be helpful to people, but I don't say everything out there, that I might receive in meditation, okay? For the reason, Gemini, that a lot of you who are very intuitive, you're receiving messages from Spirit, and your angels and guides are giving you messages about things that might be happening in the world or things that might be happening in the future down the line, because we're going through a massive change, a massive awakening. And Spirit doesn't show you this stuff, Gemini, until you're ready to see it, right? So now that you know it, now that you've seen it, some of you are like, I'm going to go and tell everybody, right? And I'm going to tell everybody. And there might be this part of you also that feels like, well, I want to tell people because they laugh at me and they don't take me seriously, but I'm going to tell them and then watch it's going to happen. And I'm going to be like, ooh, in your face, right? I told you that was going to happen. But that might backfire, because the same way Spirit didn't tell you until you were ready to hear it, it hasn't been revealed to other people because they're not ready to hear it. And when you try to give someone a message before they're ready for it, two things will happen. Either it'll completely go over their head and they're like, I don't understand a word that you're saying right now. That's the best case scenario. Or they hear what you say, they get what you're saying, they don't want to receive it, and they get very angry and they lash out. So just because you might be receiving certain messages, just because you might feel very confident about what's coming down the road, and what you need to do to be prepared for those changes, not everyone is ready to hear that. And so again, just kind of lay low, right? Lay low, and that vindication or validation you're looking for, it will happen. It will happen on its own. You don't have to set it up to happen, okay? Is I guess the most that I can say about that. And those of you that it applies to, you understand what I'm saying. We're going to see what oracle message is coming up for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead here. As always, guys, I encourage you guys to check out your Moon, Sun, and Rising sign videos, because some weeks they may resonate with you more than others. They might be more helpful to you, okay? Or you may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you guys. If you want to click on the Calendly link, you can schedule a private reading with me there. You have trust. Trust. Trust is an issue because we know you've got some shady people around you right now, right? Trust is also an issue in You know, don't go giving away your trust to other people. That Seven of Swords told you to lay low. Lay low. You know, don't be too trusting. Okay? Even with friends and family, right? People are under a lot of stress right now. People are under a lot of pressure. And unfortunately, when people are under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress and times get challenging and times get hard, it can bring out the ugliness of people, right? So don't be too trusting, okay? Again, I'll bring up a biblical thing because I've had the Bible drilled in my head from the time I was a baby. So that is the reason why I make biblical references. I'm not trying to, like, you know, tell people that you have to, you know, believe in the Bible. I just reference it because it's in my head. But when Jesus said to be cautious as serpents, but innocent as doves, right? That's gonna be, in a nutshell, what I feel for you guys with this trust card. Be cautious as serpents, but innocent as doves, right? Not everyone who is displaying kindness is your friend or has good intentions or is sincere, right? They might be seeing you as a lifeboat or like a parachute in an emergency situation. But again, you know, you might think, oh, well, yeah, let me be a lifeboat. Let me be a parachute. Let me help somebody. But when somebody is having that opportunistic view of you, once you've fulfilled your purpose, they're going to bounce, right? And that's not fair to you. So again, cautious as serpents and innocent as doves. I do feel that a lot of you are coming into a time of connecting with soul family and very sincere people, and a place where you feel very comfortable and settled and appreciated. But right now is the time to just keep doing what you're doing. Keep the eyes on the prize and lay low. Okay? I thank you guys for watching. If you're looking for more love and romance kind of stuff, because this is not a love and romance reading, which I don't know why. It's the full moon, guys. It's the full moon. I got some nasty comments in some of the other videos about somebody that was very upset because the reading was not true to her romantic situation, which is very confusing to me because the weeklies are not love readings, and I always say that. This video is not a love reading, right? And even if it was or whatever, these are general readings. There might be parts of it that apply to you. Sometimes a lot of it might apply to you. You know, so check out your moon sign and rising. Sometimes those might resonate more, or you may need a private reading. Keep in mind these are general. Check out the channeled angel messages if you haven't already. Those are linked in the description. And as always, my darlings, every single day on Instagram and Facebook, I post a daily card of the day. I post a pick a card, and I do monthly giveaways there. One person gets a free 30-minute reading. I pick a winner every month. So, you know, if you're interested in that, take part in that as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, Gemini. Take care.